What would happen if we put one of the greatest swordsmen in anime history in the Demon Slayer universe? Meet Guts from Berserk. This guy is so strong that he could probably defeat the Hashiras in a fight. But is he strong enough to take on the 12 Kizuki? Well, it's not going to be easy, because for his first battle, he would be going up against the Lower Moon 5 demon, Rui. Rui is a very powerful demon, and this is mostly due to his insane blood demon arts, which lets him create powerful threads that are strong enough to cut through steel, trap his opponents, and even protect his head from decapitation. While these abilities are really powerful, they're nothing compared to what Guts is packing. Guts has a weapon that is about 100 times the size of Gyome's weapon. Meet the Dragon Slayer sword. This sword is so overpowered that it's made of the rare substance called corundum, which is about 5 times stronger than steel, not to mention it also weighs about 400 pounds. Crazy! I know, but it gets even crazier. Because with Guts' exceptional superhuman strength, he's able to lift and easily swing this massive weapon like it's nothing. While Rui would be able to land a few hits on Guts, he would still be at a massive disadvantage since Guts is way faster and stronger. But wait, Guts can't permanently harm Rui since he doesn't have a Nichirin weapon, right? Well, unfortunately for Rui, it was stated in the Berserk manga that the Dragon Slayer sword bathed in so much demon blood that it got the ability to severely damage supernatural beings at a spiritual level, meaning a single strike from this weapon could end Rui immediately. Even if Rui does manage to regenerate, Guts could keep throwing several attacks, killing Rui on the spot, making him the obvious winner of this fight. Up next is Guts versus the former Lower Moon 2 demon Haido. Guts might actually have a problem here since Haido is an exceptional swordsman with a really overpowered blood demon art as well as amazing regenerative abilities. His blood demon art, Umbrakinesis, allows him to create and manipulate shadows from his flesh, which can help him absorb damage from physical attacks, trap enemies, and even store countless weapons ranging from guns, to swords, to bolt rifles, and even machine guns. While Haido would put up a good fight, Guts would come out on top as his overall battle experience and insane swordsmanship skills would give him an edge. However, Haido does have a very powerful form called the Werewolf of Horror. In this form, Haido cloaks himself with all his shadows, transforming him into a large shadowy wolf, which further enhances both his defensive and offensive capabilities. While this form would give him a slight advantage, a single strike from Guts would be enough to weaken him, allowing Guts to finish him off by using his other weapons like arrows and cannons, leaving Guts as the obvious winner of this matchup. Now, Guts has already defeated 2 of the strongest Lower Moons, and the next up is the Lower Moon demon, Enmu. Unlike the previous Lower Moons, Enmu gets destroyed in a matter of seconds. One of his strongest attacks is useless against Guts. See, Enmu's blood demon arts, sleep inducement, grants him the ability to force anyone into a deep sleep, allowing him to manipulate and control their dreams, making it almost impossible for an opponent to tell the difference from reality. This ability is really powerful, but it isn't perfect as anyone with enough willpower can easily break free, something Guts 100% has. This dude literally fights like an absolute monster. While Enmu can always use this ability to his advantage, Guts could easily break free, completely outclassing him in both strength and speed. With all of these abilities, Guts clearly takes this round, leaving him with a total of 3 wins against the Demon Moons. Up next are the Upper Moons, and they are much more difficult to defeat since their abilities are way too overpowered. But can Guts defeat all of them? Well, let's start things off with the former holders of the Upper Moon 6 title, Gyutaro and Daki. While Guts would have no problem taking out Daki, things get a little bit more difficult once Gyutaro joins the fight, because Gyutaro's blood demon arts, blood manipulation, allows him to perform various attacks by using his blood from several parts of his body and projecting them from his sickles, as well as further imbuing them with poison. Guts can always evade his attacks. He'd be at a massive disadvantage as he would have to fight the 2 demon siblings at the same time, which would be almost impossible even for a Hashira. But considering just how powerful Guts is, he would be able to pull this off even though he would sustain some serious injuries. Okay, that really didn't go so smoothly for Guts. But what if he fought the current holder of the Upper Moon 6 title, Kaigaku? Kaigaku is a very powerful demon who is a master of both total concentration breathing and thunder breathing. With his blood demon arts electrokinesis, he is able to move at speeds that are faster than the speed of sound, making him about 5 times faster than Guts. While Guts could tank some hits from Kaigaku, sadly, the Demon Moon would be too fast for Guts to even react and would therefore eliminate Guts before he even realizes. But wait, Guts has a secret weapon called Berserk Armor. This armor enhances the user's strength and speed, making them run at speeds equivalent to the speed of sound, as well as their endurance and stamina, making them fight for days without ever getting tired. While Kaigaku would put up a good fight, he stands absolutely no chance against this version of Guts, as he is on a whole new level, hence making Guts the winner of this battle. Next up is the Upper Moon 5 demon Gyoko. While he might not be the most intimidating demon out there, he's not to be underestimated. He has 2 abilities that make him OP. Thanks to his blood demon arts, he's able to create multiple vases which he can use to switch places instantaneously. He can always keep a safe distance from his opponents and use long-ranged attacks like his fish monsters to shoot a barrage of poisonous needles. But given Guts' impressive reflexes, he wouldn't have any problem dodging these. Things, however, will take a drastic turn once Gyoko uses his second ability, the Water Prison Pot, to trap Guts. This ability is the perfect counter against swords users as it completely immobilizes them. While Guts is a very powerful swordsman, it would be almost impossible for him to escape, as the prison suffocates anyone inside it, meaning after a couple of minutes, he would die due to the lack of oxygen, leaving him with his first loss against the Upper Moons. Now things are about to get even more intense, cause next we're putting Guts up against the Upper Moon 4 demon Hantengu. Their battle would start off with Guts swiftly decapitating Hantengu's base form. Things become much harder once he activates his blood demon arts. He is able to multiply anytime he's decapitated, making him immensely powerful. While Guts would have no problem taking out each of his clones on a one-on-one battle, things would get really intense once all 4 of the clones attack him simultaneously with their abilities. With the help of the Berserk Armor, Guts would be able to take them on pretty easily. However, the battle is not yet over, as the clones can combine together to form a very powerful demon called Zohakten, and Guts is suddenly in serious trouble. Zohakten has the abilities of the clones as well as long-ranged attacks, making it almost impossible to predict his attacks. This means that Guts' only advantage is to stall the demon till sunrise, which should be possible given his impressive fighting style and resilience, hence giving him the win. Before we talk about Guts' encounter with the Upper Moon 1 demon, Kokushibo, let's talk quickly about his encounter with the 3rd strongest Upper Moon, Akaza. As the 3rd strongest Upper Moon, Akaza's regeneration, speed, and strength are on a whole new level, even taking him as far as killing a total of 57 Hashiras throughout his lifetime. While not being a weapon user, Akaza is a master martial artist. But how well would he do against a powerful swordsman like Guts? While Guts' Dragon Slayer sword gives him a huge advantage since a single strike can be fatal for demons, Akaza's Compass Needle ability counters this really well. This ability gives Akaza a form of advanced perception that enables him to sense his opponent's location, predict their future attacks, and even adapt to their attacks no matter how strong they are. He would have no problem dodging all of Guts' attacks, and while Guts' Berserk Armor grants him insane durability, Akaza's Blood Demon Art's Destructive Death enhances his kicks and blows, allowing them to create powerful destructive shockwaves that can break through steel. With all of these abilities, Akaza is clearly the winner of this matchup. Moving on to the Upper Moon 2 demon Doma. Doma is undeniably much stronger than Akaza in every single way, and is mostly due to his insane fighting style and blood demon arts. Doma's blood demon arts allows him to generate potent ice techniques that are lethal to those that inhale it, causing them to die almost immediately. This is only 10% of his full power, as he can also create multiple clones of himself that are capable of using all of his powerful techniques like Frozen Lotus, Freezing Clouds, and Lotus Vines. Despite being a really powerful demon, Doma is usually fond of toying with his enemies and doesn't always go all out in a fight. This would be a huge advantage for Guts, as he can easily surprise him with a single slash from his weapon, ending the battle immediately, hence giving him the win. If, for any reason, Doma decides to go all out from the beginning, it is safe to assume Guts would lose pretty quickly, as he has no way of defending himself from his insane abilities. And finally, what would happen if Guts fought the strongest Upper Moon, Kokushibo? Kokushibo is undoubtedly one of the most powerful swordsmen to ever live. Having lived for about 500 years, he has trained his body to its absolute limits and has total mastery over total concentration breathing, moon breathing, and his awakened demon slayer mark. But how do any of these abilities help him win a battle against a powerful swordsman like Guts? Well, Kokushibo has two abilities that are way too much for Guts to handle. First, he has the See-Through World ability, which grants him the ability to see his opponent's weak spots and attacks in slow motion, similar to Akaza's compass needle technique. However, it takes things a bit further by granting him access to the Selfless State. This ability allows Kokushibo to hide any of their intentions, making it impossible for his opponent to read his attacks. While Guts would put up a good fight, he clearly doesn't have the power to take down Kokushibo. And when you consider the fact that Berserk armor has a huge impact on the user's body, Kokushibo definitely takes the win here. Dang, even Guts had issues going up against the upper moons. But what if he fought the strongest demon slayer ever, Yorichi? Could he win? Well, check out this video to find out. Go on, click it!